Okay, triangle sum theorem. This is, I think, my third video on this, and I think it's going to be my last one. I just want to make sure that we had a chance to really look at this, and just want to remind you that triangle sum theorem says this. So triangle sum theorem just says this, that a fact about triangles is that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C will always give us 180 degrees. So all we're going to do from that is just kind of fill in the blanks. So FITB, fill in the blanks. So here we go with filling in the blanks. Let's take the angle A. Measure angle of A is here, and it says that it's x squared minus 10. I'm sorry, 4x squared minus 10 degrees, right? This plus sign is this one. And it says the measure of angle B is 8x plus 5 degrees, and that's this one. And that the measure of angle C, I don't know if that's a lot or a little, but this plus sign is this one, is x squared plus 2x plus 10 degrees. X squared plus 2x plus 10 degrees total. Remember that what we know is when we add these three angles together, we're going to get 180 degrees. So let's see what happens. I'm going to just start gathering like pieces. So I'm looking for my x squareds first. So just to be clear about how I'm gathering these, I'm looking for anything that has an x squared. We have 4x squareds here and one of them here for a total of 5x squareds, don't we? So I'm going to cancel those out once I see them. Have negative 10 and positive 10. I'll cancel those out. Have 8x's plus 2x's is 10x's. And I know I'm pluralizing, but I just want you to see how I'm doing this. And then we have this lonely little 5 here, so positive 5. And remember, this is all these angles added together as we simplify. Is going to be equal to this 180 degrees that we're guaranteed. So from here, we're just going to move on a little bit and move this over. We're going to subtract 180 from both sides, which will give us 5x squared plus 10x. 5 minus 180 is negative 175, right? I'm using the addition equalities. So here we go. Oh, look what we have here. I see it. I see it. We have we have a coefficient of 5 here, 10 here, and 175 here. And what does that give us? Oh my gosh, what does that give us? All right, I can do this. I can do this. Whoa, maybe I can't do it. So I take the 5 out, and let's see what that would give us. That would give us 5 times x squared plus 2x minus, so I'm just going to do this, 175 divided by 5 is 3. It's going to be 35, isn't it? Minus 35. It's equal to 0. You know what I just did? I just went up and made sure that I set this thing equal to 180. And so this is really critical. Otherwise, maybe you'll get a solution, but it's not going to answer what you think you're answering. So there's that. From here, we're going to go ahead and factor. So let's factor this some more. This is our GCF, right? This is our greatest common factor that we took out here. Now we're going to factor this into binomials, and we're going to get x plus 7 and x minus 5. How did I know that? Well, as I do my factoring here, I need two numbers that multiply to give us negative 35. But when I add the same two numbers, I get positive 2. So positive 7 times negative 5 is negative 35, and 7 minus 5 is positive 2. So that worked. We'll leave this 5 out here. Is equal to 0. Now this is where it's going to get confusing for somebody, because these are our factors. These are our factors. We also need our solutions here, don't we? So we need some solutions. And the solution to when is this equal to 0 is x is equal to negative 7. So algebraically, that's the solution, and x is equal to 5. Now, if you remember, what we're doing here is we're trying to figure out angular values and length, so the number cannot be negative. All right? So it turns out that x is equal to, so this is what I'm doing, if you wonder. I'm just making sure if x was negative 7, I'd have this would be negative, and this would be, when I put this whole thing together, it would still be negative. That would not work, right? Okay. So we have x is equal to 5 as our solution. So I hope this is really helpful. This kind of stuff shows up on the SAT, and when you see it, you just have to be great at it as you see it. It's got to be kind of, yes, I recognize that, and then have some kind of plan for how you're going to work this out. So really proud of you guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And, of course, let me have your comments. I'd love to hear them, especially if you know a better way to do it.